Hey guys, how are you today? Um, Today I wanted to talk about um, the idea that is really I'm really excited about at the moment, and want to speak about is the idea that we are all trans. Um, and I'll elaborate on that in a second. But first of all, uh, I feel it's really important to always remember that, we are spiritual beings, first and foremost, who have come here and decided to have a human experience. So we're spiritual beings connected to light, connected to source, connected to, whatever that you call that in your life, in your, you know, spiritual practice. And what I believe is that we had a chat with Source and decided that we would come and experience certain things and bring our spiritual chops to it, so to speak, our spiritual knowing to it, our spiritual, you know, grounding, seeding in love into whatever we are experiencing while we're having this human experience. Um, and so, in knowing that, it's very powerful, um, very loving, very unconditionally loving on your soul and your heart to know that um, there's always, deeper, beautiful meaning to the things we're bringing, the individual things we're bringing, and how those individual things that we're bringing add to the collective whole experience of unconditional love. And I believe we're all in a state of transitioning, of being trans and transitioning to more unconditional love. And so um, what the beautiful trans community are doing it in a very physical, manifested way that is not something that is easy to do in the current, 2023 space and time, and certainly people that have been here before. Um, so I want to just firstly just send out so much love and appreciation for the trans community, for anyone experiencing anything and choosing to be unapologetically and authentically true to who they really are. So powerful for yourself, first and foremost, but you know, what you're actually seeding on earth and emanating out to earth, is just a beautiful example of what we all want to be, which is, unapologetically ourselves and free. Um, so this idea that started all of this was that we are all trans. We are all in a state of transitioning to what we feel will bring more joy, more light, more freedom, more ease, um, moving towards, for some people who feel that pull as well, moving towards being more authentic, more in alignment with our non-physical 90% self that I've mentioned in previous videos, and our sort of 10% earth self. So bringing them down and together and being in alignment, being as one whole and complete person, and seeding the aligned person here, the authentic aligned person. So whether you're transitioning from a job that you feel will bring you more joy, or from a relationship to another relationship, or for maybe from a relationship with someone to maybe just a relationship with yourself for a while, to tune into that authenticity, that to just come back to who you feel and know or sense that you truly are. um, to bring it back to the initial point that we are all trans, and we're all transitioning to what feels better for us. And could you imagine someone coming into your world and saying, well, even though you want to transition to this better feeling, better job, better relationship, better location, a better body, we're actually not going to let you do that. We've decided that it's not okay for you to be authentic, and it's not okay for you to transition because it makes us feel uncomfortable. Can you imagine the absurdity of that? Of someone saying, no, you can't go to that job, or you can't go to that feeling place in your heart, or you can't physically manifest it here on earth. So we all know that that is actually what's happening at the moment, and we all are doing the best from where we are. And the goal is not to try and force things onto people who are not ready to hear it. That's never the goal. We all come to things in our own, ease and space and time. Sometimes we come to know things in an abrupt way, and that's just, the only way that we can sort of, get to that particular place or space that our heart needs to be at that time. And that's okay too. We've all had those kinds of experiences. But what I'd like to talk about now is very powerful for anyone transitioning to something better. And I personally believe we're all always transitioning to something better, or putting just trying to get to that space and time. But if you are discovering perhaps that you are a transgendered person, no matter what age or wherever you are, my videos are designed to help people that might not have the resources at the moment to get the support that they need, or they might not feel confident enough to reach out. These videos are designed and created with source to emanate love, to make you feel held, to make you feel seen, loved, known, to know that there is a higher power here working with you all the time. And, perhaps this is just a bridge to get you to the next part of more support, more love, and, more more joy, which is really the goal for all of us. Um, so if you are in a space where you are, transitioning, um, let's just say for now, physically as a transgendered person, or even, no matter what you are transitioning to, if it's feeling uncomfortable, unknown, if it's feeling anything that's, um, you're not feeling 100% grounded in love and support, there are some real practical, powerful things that we can do, um, to engage with source and the energy that creates worlds, as Abraham Hicks says, um, to help you manifest what you want, be it that beautiful transgendered body, be it that new job, be it that beautiful new relationship with self, whatever it is that you're trying to transition to. um, if you can do your best to use these, basics in universal law of attraction, and so on, this will make your journey easier. You know, we didn't come here to have this like battle and fight. We came here to decide what we want and then to line up with what we want, to start to sort of fantasize, visualize, feel into all of the things of what we want, and what will that feel like, and to just keep going in the direction of that dream and flowing downstream. So we came here to figure out how to have this, downstream journey to our desires, because truly, uh, trying to live a life of efforting and going upstream and sort of physically doing things on your own, I mean, you can try it that way for a while, but it's truly exhausting. And, you weren't sent here alone. You have a team around you, an angelic team, you have your source team, whatever light is for you, they're around you every single moment of every day. And you only have to ask them for help, and that help is always there. They will not assert into your experience, um, because you have free will, but they are always there ready to help you. So, the most fun way to transition to anything is to, as I just mentioned, you know, fill books up with positive aspects of what you want and why you're transitioning, and the great things you're going to do when just get the juices flowing, so to speak, on the why. And yes, this is going to be great, and this is going to be great, and this is going to be great. And when you're in alignment, especially when you're in high alignment, um, go in and really, live in the fantasy and juice it up, and really add, momentum to, and, use the law of attraction, which is basically after you've started thinking something for 17 seconds, law of attraction kicks in and just starts effortlessly bringing more and more of it to your experience. So, let's work with these universal laws and bring ease and joy, and let all this stuff effortlessly come into your experience, all the things you want, because that's what you said yes to before you came. You said, yes, I'll come. I know you guys are going to come with me and help me, and this is going to be a fun ride. And I'm excited to, see this new stuff here on this planet and, come from, this spiritual realm and have this human experience. And I know I can do this, and I've got you guys here. And I'll remember, I'll know when I get here, I'm designed to forget it all, but it's in the rediscovery. That's all the fun and the joy and the excitement of this kind of Goonies adventure, for anyone who grew up in the in the 80s. Anyhow, so I'm well aware that the contrast of being a trans person, or again transitioning from one thing to another. As I said, this is what my video is about, the idea that we are all trans. We are all transitioning to better and more. And in knowing that, if you can, push out from your heart that feeling of unconditional love to the trans community, that, it is not easy doing what they're doing at the moment, and in this current climate, it's not easy. Um, Especially if you don't have help and support. And, the unconditional love on earth is increasing. It's always increasing. But the trans community are seeding something that at the moment is not unconditionally accepted. So if you ever, if you can just push out from your heart that emanated feeling of unconditional love to the trans community, thoughts are vibrations, and once you put it out there, it will be received by the trans community. They just have to tune into that unconditional love that is there for them and that support, and they'll feel it in their heart. This is how vibrations and thoughts, manifest and land and impact our hearts. That's an important thing. Just if you can tune into that when you're obviously in high alignment too, and just push that unconditional love out, it will be felt. It's none of our business how and where it goes and lands to, but just pushing that intention out is very, very powerful. So when we are transitioning from one thing to another and we are experiencing contrast, things that we don't desire, the best way to effortlessly flow downstream with all your universal team is to just drown those contrasting thoughts out. Just ignore them as best you can. Don't push against, because the law of attraction says what you put your attention on, or you get more of. And there is no no in the universe. It's just the universe reads it as, oh, you're putting attention on this, that's a yes, so we're going to give you more of this. So I hope that helps explain perhaps why things that you don't want are sticking around. Whatever resists persists. And I mean, the thing is that you can use these laws or not use these laws. It's everyone's got free will, but I'm just here to try and assist as best I can with an open heart and share with you the things that I feel are very powerful knowings in elevating your experience. The other thing that's really powerful, I've mentioned it in previous videos, is that there's no assertion. It's very, very, very powerful. No one can assert into your experience. So as soon as you get on with just focusing on what you want and drowning out what you don't want, those unwanted experiences will have to move, will have to shift away from your reality, from your experience. And it won't happen overnight. But as you keep practicing after a month, those things will slowly just evaporate out of your experience. So as best you can, ignore things that are, the noise that is talking about this stuff. I know in the US Congress, a lot of that sort of, stuff is going on, laws and bills and things like that. And what I know is that there is people in high alignment in a that are guided by source, by light, that feel drawn to this work, uh, much in the same way that I feel drawn to the work that I'm doing, that can go into these situations with stability, with an open heart, with universal energy, and can go in alignment, not pushing against, just focusing on what they want and why they want it. We want these rights for all, because of reason, A, B, C, D, E. And there are people everywhere in these important positions that are doing this work. And the way we can help, if we're not in those parliamentary type positions, is to simply by focusing on the dream. What do we want? We want unconditional love on earth, freedom for all, to be who they are, to, joyfully transition to the more that they want to become. And just to keep focusing on that, there is so much exquisite, beautiful power and energy in that, and love will always dominate. It will always dominate. It's so powerful. It will always dominate. Even though things can seem quite contrasting at the moment in the world with what's going on, I think it's, really the fact that there is more light being shone now on this planet than ever before. And when more light comes in places where there were sometimes shadows, it's necessary to show what needs to be healed and, transmuted and transitioned to something better. So that's all that's happening. And sometimes also when people are losing power, that are not coming from an aligned position, they get very, very loud right before they know that they're about to lose. Really, they're losing control of others. They get very, very loud. So we don't have to worry about what people are doing from a lower frequency. That's really their business and none of our business. As I said, there's no assertion. No one can assert into your experience unless you go over into their sort of business and say, hey, you're wrong, hey, you're this, hey, you're that. Then you're entangling with them and inviting that energy into your experience. So it's very important to know that, and let that empower you to know that once you set your mind to things and you just drown everything else out to what you want and you get better at drowning everything else out, and you get better at focusing, and then you notice, oh man, I'm just feeling better and better and better, because this stuff is energizing. I mean, this stuff is just so powerful. And um, please be patient and kind with yourself going through this, and know that your team is there for you all the time. They're just ask them and they'll come through, you know. You're building this earth relationship with your team, and you're learning how to communicate together. That's for another video, but that's an exquisite journey in itself. And perhaps your transition is your doorway to deepening that relationship and connecting with your angelic team to make this a more effortless downstream experience for you. Um, so yeah, if you are anyone who is um, going through this at the moment on their own, this video is for you. Um, let's just quickly recap. So let's use the law of attraction, and let's powerfully focus on what we want, and use the momentum of after 17 seconds, knowing that the law of attraction is just going to effortlessly bring in more ideas and more ideas and more ideas for you to vibe on and think on. And as you know, the greater part of your day, of your thoughts during your day, sit in what is desired, this stuff will just effortlessly come through to you. And please know again and feel the empowerment of there being no assertion whatsoever. No one can assert onto your experience unless you're vibrating that way, you're worrying about it, you're pushing against it. And I want to say here, you know, I understand that there can be a lot of deep trauma and triggers around this sort of stuff and experiences, but I promise you, as someone with many lived experiences on that spectrum of trauma, that you can move from that. You can powerfully move from that slowly and gently in time with your team, and that stuff will completely evaporate from your experience. But you have to be gentle and kind with yourself, your own best friend, you know. Talk to your team. Know that you're not alone. Ask for signs. Figure out a way that you can communicate with your team in your own unique way, and don't let anyone else decide, well, that's a sign or not a sign. You know in your heart what's a sign and what's not a sign, and you and your team will strengthen that bond and knowing in time. There's a video of mine um, talks about the power of 1 degree of change, and that could be quite powerful for you to listen to also, knowing that just with 1 degree of change, when you think of a boat or a ship setting out on a destination, if we keep doing the same things, we're going to end up in the same destination. However, if we move our compass 1 degree, just 1 degree, where we land in a whole new spot. That's powerful. That's exciting. That's, I'm excited for everyone who can really feel into that and take that on board. So, use the laws, guys. Please know that I'm sending and emanating in this video so much unconditional love for you, and I don't like the word proud for some reason. I can't come up with a better word, but I feel so proud of everyone going through this experience. I did some channeling and automatic writing this morning that just brought me to tears. It was just so powerful and moving. And I'm going to read what I channeled from Source. That's directly to, you know, a channel for the trans community. I feel so, I just feel so much love, and I just feel so much beauty from the trans community. They're doing some incredible work here. Ooh. Yeah. Anyway, um, it's just so powerful when you can feel what people are doing for the planet, you know, and the courage and the love. I mean, oh, whew, and just there's so much love and support for you if you're going through this. I can feel a lot of things from this community, which, is being expressed right now, but I'm here to be unconditionally a loving source for you guys. So this is what I channeled after my morning meditation this morning for the trans community. So bear with me. It's not my handwriting is even a little bit hard for me to read, so we will get there. But this is what I channeled from Source. So trans is a gift given. You chose. You had the strength and the foresight to know how to seed this, how to bring this to earth. Sorry, guys. Oh, it's a lot of energy. It's a lot of love. It's a lot. Just feeling it. Ooh. And when it's just so much even for me. And it's just like, oh, this is just coming out from above. Anyhow, come on. I'll start again. Sorry, guys. Trans is a gift you chose. You had the strength and the foresight to know how to seed this, how to bring this to earth, how to ground it, express it, and how to be it. Humanity would learn from you and would become more from your experience and example for all, for unconditional and unapologetic authenticity, to be who you truly are and truly feel unapologetically free. I'm sorry, guys, I'm not reading this very well. To be unapologetically free is a place that all of humanity wants to get to. Only you know the unapologetic joy you have created for yourself first, which is an incredible example for others and future generations to come to. Source knows this has not been easy for you in this space and time, but Source also knows and feels viscerally how much more you have become because of your willingness to be who you truly are and be completely free. The joy you feel in knowing this deeply in your soul is shared among your trans brothers and sisters and anyone who chooses to live unapologetically free. This is the thing that sort of where I started crying this morning in my channel. This is the final message from Source. Well done, my beautiful children. Well done, my beautiful children. What an astonishing gift you truly are to this planet. Ugh. So, you know, so far, out of all of my videos, this is the one that's really, man, I had to do this one 2 or 3 times because it just mattered to me to get this really, really right. Um, and so, I can feel from the other side, the spiritual realm, there are so many people that really care about this subject so much. And again, it's also for people that are transitioning, again, to jobs, out of relationships. The other side is here to help you transition with joy and love, and to lean into these ways of transitioning with their help. Guys, they're here. They're just in a different realm. They haven't gone anywhere. No one's dead. Dead doesn't exist. you know Lean into your team. They're there and they really want to help you. But just remember, you've got to get on their frequency as best you can. um, you've got to go inside your heart. Do your meditation, your 15 minutes a day that I've spoken about that in another video. That's all it takes. And connect. And speak to your team all day whenever you need them, or just want to say hi, or they're always there waiting, waiting for you to get on their frequency, because they're not where they were when they left Earth. They're in a higher realm now. They're resistance free. They're extremely happy, and they're just ready, willing, and able to help and assist you with whatever you want to create here on Earth. And they care. They're so passionate about what you care about, and um, they want to make this ride for you on Earth as joyous and easy as possible. Um, and they want to be in your experience. They want to still, you know, be in your life. It's just you're gonna have to get on their level to connect to them, and you'll feel, oh, I can feel that you're not bothered by this anymore, that resistance has left you now, and you're in a happy place. Anyway, that's for another video, but I'm going to finish this now before I ramble on any further. But I hope that if you are a trans person, or if you are simply transitioning, which we all are, to more love, joy, light, authenticity. Again, we are all trans. Excuse me. I hope you felt some love from this. I hope you felt how beautiful, important, necessary, vital, um, known, held, seen, and loved you are by your team, by whatever you feel is light or source for you. So much love, guys. So much joy and peace to you. Have a beautiful day. And I want to really say to my stunningly gorgeous trans community, in the words of Juno Birch, thank you. Thank you for your beautiful example. Being unapologetically free and yourselves. All right, guys.